So my friend Casey mentioned that I didn't tell you guys anything about Drew. And I don't know. I'm surprised I haven't. He took up 3 years of my life. 3 long years. The most important years of my life. My first love. Definitely not my first fuck, but first person I really fell for. And it's not because we tried so hard, like we didn't. Everything just felt right. So I mentioned before, we'd gone to prom together, and we don't even hook up friends before that. But I know it's cliche to say, but when I was in my white dress, all done up, the way he looked at me, the way he said, "You look beautiful," it was like the first time he looked at me in, a romantic kind of way. I think that's where it all started. I ended up staying over at his place 3 nights after that. Got in a fight with my parents, and hanging out at his place seemed like the best thing to do. We did nothing, but nothing, like we didn't do homework or study for our exams. We just stayed in bed and watched movies and had sex and ate grilled cheese and played Xbox. But it just felt normal, felt right. I miss it sometimes. I miss it a lot, but I've learned to cope with it. So I ended up living with him that summer before university. We partied a lot that summer. Looking back now, I see that he had a drinking problem then, but I don't know. When you're young, you think, everybody's drinking. But if you look back, he drank almost every day, and he drank excessively and hard stuff, and he blacked out a lot. He never hurt me in the beginning. Fought with a lot of his friends. Excuse me. But never with me. And then we moved to Fredericton. Went to university. He ended up drinking a lot. Got in trouble with the residents for drinking. Calling my roommate some awful, horrible names and getting kicked out of my house. As in, like, my university college house. Sorority house, whatever. So, I think that's when it first was apparent that he was starting to have a drinking problem. They wanted him to go to counseling, but he didn't want to go. And I don't know, we spent every day together. Like, out of the 3 years, almost 24 hours a day some of the time. Like, we even showered together. And, it's unhealthy, but we just, like, seriously, like, how when people get married and they say you become one? I honestly think we became one. I know it's kind of stupid to say, but, like, we were each other's shadow. Everyone would say it, all the family members. We were wherever the other one was. We felt how the other one felt. The other one was happy, the other one was happy. The other one was sad, the other one was sad. The other one was angry, we were angry. Yeah, we fought a lot, but we made up. We made it work. You couldn't stand the thought of not being with each other. Like, we would get in these fights where we just hated each other. He would tell me to move out. And then I would sleep upstairs. And we'd always wake up the next morning and the other person would be beside the other and we would go to meet each other. Like, you weren't there. It's really stupid, but I really loved him. I really think I did. I think I do still love him. I'm just not in love with him, Anyways. And then So, sorry. Went through that year university, and we moved back together to his aunt's in the fall. Or in the summer, sorry, like after college. Things didn't go so good there. Fought a lot. Drank a lot. Smoked a lot of pot. I think we just spent too much time together. Then we ended up getting an apartment in Fredericton. I was going to school and working full time. He was going to school and drinking and going to school. It wasn't going good. His friends were always over and they just wanted to drink Colt 45s and wanted me to cook food. I loved him. Then one night, he drank a lot, and I woke up and I just wanted him to stay with me, and like you could see it in his eyes where he wasn't there. He was just blacked out. Just stay home with me, and I was crying because I was drunk. I was like, just stay home. So he was like, fine, I'll stay home. And his friends left. I just turned around and got so angry. Threw me in the shower. And he put it on cold water, and then he turned around, put it on hot water, and then cold water, and then hot. And he pulled me by the hair out of there, and he threw me on the doormat. He told me I couldn't leave the doormat. I had to sit like a dog and stay there. And then he took pizza pockets and warmed them up in the microwave. And then he ripped them open and rubbed them straight on my skin so I had burn marks. I don't know why he did it. And the next day, he said he didn't remember. But you know, you want to believe it because he was so drunk, and it's a possibility. But it's also a possibility that he didn't want to remember it. A week later, I found out that he'd been cheating on me with my friend. Probably why we were arguing so much lately. I was going to work and he was going to go fuck my friend down the road, and then he was coming home to me every night, and I was making him suffer. With my friend. I was so depressed at the time. My mom wasn't talking to me, my dad wasn't talking to me, I had hardly any friends, and my good friend was sleeping with my boyfriend, and she has the right to tell me and tells me I'm stupid for not realizing it. Popped like 5 Gravol, wanted to die, and then Drew came over and made me throw up, and yeah, I tried to commit suicide. You wouldn't believe it now. I'm such a perky, happy-go-lucky person. But I wasn't then. We ended up getting in another fight where he pushed me, only this time I called the cops and pressed charges. Moved out. But it didn't stay like that. I ended up getting back together with him. Moved back in with him the summer after, which was last summer. He was drinking every day. Every day. I don't know. You think you can change someone, you think you can help someone, but they can only help themselves. But I loved him. Then we got into another fight in the summer where he hit me in the face, and I was in Halifax, and starving because his mom had no money and no food. I just called home and went home. He went to jail, served his 1 month. While he was in jail, I was making out with Patrick Paulette, and I didn't feel bad about it. I did. I still don't feel bad about it. After everything he put me through, why didn't he deserve to feel a little bit of what I had to go through? The day he got out of jail, he messaged me, and I know I shouldn't have, but I went to go see him. And he just threw his arms around me. We just both started crying. His aunt wanted to kick me out, but as soon as she saw us, she was like, you guys have half hour to go downstairs. Half hour and then you're out. Went downstairs, and like we were both like really like crying and shaking, and there was so many emotions, and we made love. Like that is what sex can be all about. We made love, and through the tears and passion, you know, that was real. That was probably the realest thing I've ever felt. But he kept drinking, and I started to let go for once. I really let go. He'd call me drunk, and I let go. And you know, sometimes I regret it. I really do, because now he has a girlfriend, and he treats her amazing. And the thing that hurts the most is, why does she get to have him, and why does she get to be treated so good? I don't get it. She gets him at his best. And you know, I've had one relationship since I fucked it up because I just looked for something wrong. Something wrong in it. Because, like, I didn't want it to work out because I'm afraid of getting hurt. I am afraid of getting hurt. You know what? I'm always gonna love him, and I'm scared. I'm never gonna feel that way for someone ever again. It's like, you get one shot in life. One shot at it. Doesn't work out, then you're gonna be a single old cat lady. It's really how I feel. Anyways, it's all enough. This is why I don't talk about him. Sorry I didn't mention him till now. Obviously, he was important, is important to me. But it's a bittersweet ending. It's for the best. I just hope he's happy. I really do hope he's happy. I say that in the nicest way. But the truth is, I'm still going to be waiting. I think that's what I'm doing. I'm waiting. I think that's why I messed up with Patrick. I think that's why I messed up and why I just don't let any nice guy in. I'm still on my ex-boyfriend. Have a nice night.